Good evening, everyone. It's Brimster, and I'm back, and I'm going to try and do some pit on Jesse and level up some of my glyphs. That's what I'm going to do.
Nobody walks in.
I don't want to do 55. I'm going to try 46. And I should have had the potions, but I can have the potions before I go in. So I want one of those, and one of those, and in we go. Here we go into the wild pit yonder. Good. Had a nice dinner. This is the sort of thing that's going to happen. I don't really pay attention. I don't think I can see stats that much. I can see like average view duration and stuff like that. So the next glyph is devious. There we go. You don't. The average view duration on videos is normally about 4 or 5 minutes. I use Firefox as my browser, so I don't get autoplay next video. At least not. At least, actually, I don't think I get it on anything. Possibly because of Chrome. I'm a premium member. I'm not sure.
Not a bad tool, that. Oh, shining beauty. Shame that. Go one more? An equitable transaction. Follow the stars, friend. Hello? Well. Oh, too bad. Well. Hello, shining. Shame that. Go one more?
What's still got some good in it?
The finest cut. Fine indeed.
I don't think it'd be a UK feature. Yeah, I don't watch much on... I'm not on Android. There we go. Some more progress. Making progress through the thing. I don't know the thing is, I don't know what the thing is. This was dumb, this was dumb. I'm getting very close to being able to switch to the follower that I'm supposed to have, or the mercenary I'm supposed to have. I could not correct the spelling if I wanted to. There is an exit there. Oops. I'm finding I'm having to pay a little more attention with this build than I have with many builds I've played. It's a little bit of both. It's a little bit more stressful, but I'm kind of enjoying the... I mean, I'm not pushing up into the higher tiers as fast. I don't know. It'll be interesting. I'm definitely enjoying the build. I'm hoping I can get to the point where I'm doing tier 4 kind of like this. You know, just outgear it and not having to worry too much and just die occasionally because I missed something rather than tier 4 just completely face rolls me. But we'll see how it goes. So I want to go down from here now. I mean, that can happen, but it won't happen to the same degree. There are on-death effects from some of the mobs, like the big fiery bursts and stuff. But even if that does happen, I'm not going to lose the last 20 minutes progress, which is the PoE effect. Like those big that fiery burst there. The mobs that caused it are dead, but I could have taken to it. But very rarely in Diablo 4 are those one-shots. They can be, but it's rare. Excellent. So Devious is now a legendary gem. Now, I'm not sure where I put Devious. There's Devious. More damage. More range. Yeah, that's just good. Oh, hey, Ignition. Oh, Fel's playing No Man's Sky. She wasn't sure what she was going to do. I have no problems at all if people wish to disappear and watch Fel.
My hammer sings on your return.
There's power in the stone. Fine indeed.
So I need to get him another 20,000 and then I can switch to... So at the rate that this channel's been going, I'll hit 10k subs sometime after I hit about 150 years old. I'm not even 10k subs. I'm not even 5k subs on Brimster Puzzles, which is my successful channel. There's a guy who started doing basically what I do about 6 months ago. He started doing Sudoku solves about a year ago, and he's over 10k subs. I'm not. In order to be successful on YouTube, you basically have to be selfish. And I'm not going to do it. I don't want to do it. Treating your viewers with respect is not loved by the YouTube algorithm, so... Oh, God, no. I don't want to do this as a career. God, no. Ugh. I really should take down my videos, which are things that I think are wrong with games, because they're out of date, and I really should take those videos down. I'm not a fan of having out-of-date content. Whereas most people, like if you look for information on YouTube, about, you know, builds and everything. They'll still have build guides for builds that don't exist anymore. And it's like, well, how's this going to help me? Like, every season the builds change in Diablo 4, but if you look up certain builds, you'll still find people with build guides for 5 or 6 seasons ago, because what they're hoping is that people will click on their videos, and if enough people do it, they'll get, you know, a few cents here and there. I don't want to do that. I think it's dishonest. But dishonesty isn't what... Well, honesty isn't what pays the bills on YouTube. So the next glyph I want to level is Canny. Not control, Canny. I mean, I enjoy Brimster puzzles. I would love it if Brimster Puzzles was big enough that it was generating enough revenue that I could sort of... You know, if Brimster Puzzles was 3 or 4 times as big, I mean, it wouldn't mean that I could quit my job, but it would make everything I do a lot less stressful. Because all of a sudden the money would be... I'd be able to use the money from the channel to offset some of the stresses. Like, some of the bit of the channel that's a lot of work, I could pay pump someone to do it. I wouldn't use the extra growth as much to just make more money. I would use it to be able to generate better content by paying people to do some of the work. But at the moment, there's not enough money in it. I'm not going to get good people to improve the quality of the content of the channel without spending more money than the channel currently generates. So that's pointless. Brimster Games, there's nothing really doing. I mean, it'd be nice to have an editor so I could do some messaging of different things that I'd like to say. So when I have rants I want to do, that I could sort of record it and then say, edit this together in a reasonable way. That'd be cool, but... And I could potentially subsidize that with Brimster Puzzles money, because it's my money. If Brimster Puzzles was bigger, but it's not. I don't think I'd want to be that big, because then the pressure would be too high. I'd like to be big enough. I mean, first of all, the hobby I'm doing is too niche, so no. And I don't want to be big, and I don't want to, like, I don't want this to be like a gaming reporting channel. This is where I come and just have fun being silly playing video games. That's what I want this channel to be. I don't want to have to be someone who researches gaming and puts out patch notes videos and reports on the status of what's happening with... I don't want to do that. No. I want to play the games and report on what I think the games are doing. I want to report on the player experience and the using my knowledge of 40 years of gaming to report on a game, not from the industry side or anything, but as from someone who's like, I've been doing this for a very long time. I've done game development, not video game development, but role-playing game development. And I know a lot of the tricks and I know a lot of the mechanisms, and I've seen a lot of it before, and my knowledge is 30 years out of date, but a lot of the stuff I'm fairly sure is still relevant, and I just want to talk about what I know. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And if I'm right, I'm right, but it's my feeling, and if I'm feeling it, other people will be too, and gaming companies can ignore their player base or not based on what works for them. It's why I'm tempted. There's a couple of demos that I'm really tempted to try, because I've done a couple of demos and had the developers reach out to me and go, ooh, that was interesting. I didn't think of that. And for example, with the 3D Sudoku game, whose name I can't remember, I provided some feedback and they made some changes to the game based on my feedback. Awesome. Yeah, as a role-playing game designer back in the early 90s, I don't have a psychology degree or anything. I've read enough to be wrong more often than I'm not. Dunning-Kruger effect. I fully acknowledge that Dunning-Kruger comes into play when I'm talking about this sort of stuff. But, so I know this much, so I feel I know this much, but I'm actually like, not clever enough. I don't know enough to know how much I don't know. I will absolutely acknowledge that I'm right at the wrong part of the Dunning-Kruger curve when it comes to gaming psychology. But I was doing a lot of gaming development actually it was the mid to late 90s is where we did most of our really big gaming development. Now that's 25 years ago, but humans haven't changed that much. And the tricks we were using in our games back then still work. So the story mechanisms, the character manipulation, the story manipulation, the things you would do to give players, false freedom of choice, all of that sort of stuff still works. There are better ways of doing it now. And I've learned a lot in the last 4 or 5 years about better ways of doing game development. But unfortunately, it seems that, so if, talking about the YouTube algorithm and stuff, you need to kind of manipulate your viewers in order to generate revenue. So let's talk about the YouTube concept and then bring that back to Path of Exile. So how many of you and future viewers who are Path of Exile fans who will never see this video, but how many of you have watched a YouTube video where you've been interested in a topic and you've started the YouTube video and the person who is running the YouTube video has turned around and said, we're going to talk about this, but first we need to do this, and we want to talk about this, and we want to talk about this, and the actual topic is going to be at some point in the video, and you don't know when, and you've got to listen to all of this horrible diatribe in order to sometimes it's relevant, but a lot of the times it's not, in order to get you to get on point. And a lot of videos do this. So how often do you go to a YouTube video and it's like you've got to go through multiple minutes of stuff that does not seem relevant or does not seem on topic or does not seem important, or you don't want to pay attention to it, you just want to get to the thing you came to the video for? Please be Aura specialization. Well, that's one of them. It's not Pyranado, which is the big one. So, the whole concept of that is, and welcome back, Mr. Mark. The whole point of that is YouTube pays not according to subscribers and not according to views or anything like that, purely based on watch time. The longer you watch the video, and the reason they can do it is for people who are watching them premium, the longer you watch, the more money you generate, and they want to get you to watch past that first ad break before they drop their content, because that first ad break will generate for each viewer a few more cents. So it's all about getting you more ad views before you disconnect from the video. That's the point. They want more time in that watch count. That's all. Watch time. That's it. So, let's bring this back to, and it's viewer manipulation. It is, we're not going to get to the topic. We are going to make you stay engaged. If you want to actually get to the point that you basically came to the video to see, we're going to make you need to stay with the video for longer than you should need to in order to drive up that watch time. Okay, now, if we talk about this from a Path of Exile perspective, what they're trying to drive up is, after I've made this change, because Aura Specialization is what I want instead of Aura of Misfortune. Now, why is that? Oh, I've got it down here. Now, I can only level it once. So what I'm going to do now is stop doing pit. What they're wanting you to do is they're trying to drive up playtime. They're trying to make the players engage with the game for longer, because the longer that players engage with the game, the better the game looks on Steam, and the more the game gets recommended by Steam for other people to engage with it, and the more it drives up their monetization purposes and. So it's all about Steam saying that the people have been playing the game for a really long time, and all of those people turning around and saying, I've played Path of Exile for 4,000 hours or whatever they say. Now, what's the point? So how do they do that? They design systems so that you have to be in the game, or you spend time in the game dealing with situations that you shouldn't need to do as a player, but the game is putting systems in that make you need to engage with the systems, even though the systems don't need you to engage with the systems. It's like, what? Such as trading in Path of Exile. Trading in Path of Exile, it literally should be, you put your item up for a price. If someone wants to buy it for that price, they just do a swap. They pick the person they want to buy it from, and the system does it. Computers do this sort of stuff automatically and have since the early 70s. But in Path of Exile, no, you need to be logged into the game. Someone goes to the trading website, picks the trading website, then they use the site to send you an in-game message. Then if you're logged into the game and not currently running content, you can accept their in-game message, So you can then... Got to get this right. So you can then form a group with them, then teleport to them or them teleport to you, then open a trade window, do the trade, hope the negotiation goes well and they don't put the wrong thing in and you don't notice, because everyone wants to do it as quickly as possible so that they can get on with whatever it is they were actually doing. And all of the items look very similar, so it's really easy to accept a rapidly done trade with the wrong with the wrong item or anything, particularly if someone has multiple items with very similar stats and they give you something that's not quite what you were after, or it's all dodgy as fuck. Whereas if you listed an item and you could just go to the system and go, give me, all of that would go away. The next part of it is the players need to be logged in and stay logged into the game. Why do we want the players to be in and stayed into the game? Because it drives up their time, even though they're not actively playing the game. They're just waiting for those messages to do the trades. Doesn't improve the game at all. It's getting players to do the thing that computers have been doing automatically since the 70s. Why? Purely, what the heck? Purely to drive up player engagement time. The other thing they're doing is they make the game take progress away from the players for a short lapse. So if you're doing the equivalent of, say, a nightmare dungeon or anything in this, and you were to die in it, not only would you lose your progress on that nightmare dungeon and the key or anything, there's nothing quite equivalent to it, but you would lose not just that progress, but a whole bunch of other stuff as well. You would lose the time you're playing, you would lose a chunk of your experience, you would lose... and it's just, we're going to take a bunch of your playtime away from you. And it's all about, we take the keys away from you, we take your rewards away from you, we take all of this stuff away from you, because if we don't take stuff away from you, you don't have to spend more time in the game getting back what you feel you lost, because honestly, a momentary lapse, some players have reported it taking them a couple of hours to get back where they were after a single death, which can be a couple of seconds lapsed concentration.
It is done.
And it's why that level of punishment? And again, it's to make the players feel guilty about what they've done to drive up player engagement and keep those numbers high. Whereas the correct response to an abuse situation like that is get out. Well, this is part of the other problem, is a lot of the systems, there's bots doing a lot of the trading and deliberately doing sort of fraction of second last minute, what the heck? Fraction of second last minute item swaps to kind of scam players as well, because bots can make changes in a fraction of a second where the players aren't responding. So a fraction of a second before they hit the trade button, it will change the item in the window. All of this stuff couldn't be done if it was being end-to-end controlled by a sales system. So, adding player protection reduces the amount of time, because I log on to play Diablo 4. Occasionally I've got admin time. But most of my time playing is actually spent doing stuff like this. Whereas the friend I've got who spent, you know, he's one of those guys who says, oh, I've got like 3,000 hours in Path of Exile. When he's working from home, about one day a week when there's... Oh my lord. When he's working from home about one day a week, he says he's just logged into Path of Exile on his other computer, so he's doing trading. But those 8 hours a day that he's just logged in, that counts towards his playtime. And he says everyone does that. He's not actually playing the game. Oh, they absolutely are. I mean, bots are. So there's a fugitive head.
Can still use these.
A fine deal.
Okay, so the occult gems.
Excellent find.
Come back if you need the forge.
I've many fine people. Very good. Thank you.
Come, what have you brought?
What am I missing? Oh, I need lots of restless rot to make them as well. Oh my god. And I need multiple ones. So what did it say? So the occult gems that have been listed for the build. There aren't any. The only ones that it's listed for the build are down here. So it's recommended this one, and this one. They're the only ones it's listed. So in order to, there's no alternates. Listed at all. Anyway, and it doesn't tell you what the gems do. Oh, yes, it does. Probably an Elder Sigil is the first one I'll make. So let's go get some more and make an Elder Sigil.
It is done.
Bless and thank you. May the light keep you.
Yeah, I'm doing okay. I mean, I'm still doing okay. I'm having fun. I just think it's really, really stupid that the guide assumes that you've just got the legendaries. If the Maxwell guys ever designed a computer game, they would make it that everyone needed a 5090. Like, why don't you have a 5090? Because I don't have a 5090. Well, get a 5090, but I don't have a 5090. Well, everyone should have a 5090. Because their entire concept for everything is everyone already has everything. Because I picked which build I wanted to play based off what looked fun, not based off what was most powerful. I didn't even look at a tier list until after I'd chosen which one I wanted to play. in case... If you're just aiming towards the end state, they're not guides. They should basically just put in the builds. Like, you don't need a full guide, you just need a build planner. It's like, this is the end state you're aiming for is very different to here's how a guide to get to the end state you're aiming for. But anyone who's watched my Sudoku channel knows I am aware this is a losing battle. People who already know how to do something have no patience for people who don't already know how to do the thing that they know how to do. It's a common problem with people who consider themselves experts. But that's not what they're advertising, Mr. Mark. If you read through the guides, they will turn around and they will say, you want to do this, and then you want to do this, and then you want to do this. Many of them will tell you that you want to do things in a certain order. And the certain order will often be you want to, you know, as I said, equip this legendary occult gem into your jewelry at 60. It's like, how? And what do people do if they're after some advice on, I don't have this yet, what should I be doing until I get it? Those guides will have never, not once, provided that information. Oh, I agree, it's still helpful. But if you're not a build crafter and don't understand the interactions and everything, and you just want a guide for I kind of want to just brain dead follow along. If, like, the friend of mine whose wife had twins 4 months ago, he's not going to want to do more than, like, just tell me what to punch in so I can play something. And he's not wrong. He should be able to do that. It literally reset seconds after I got there. That's funny. Well, as I said, you can't do the reading on the max roll guides because it's not information that's provided.
Come back if you need the forge.
Very good. Thank you. May the light keep you.
Are literally all of the whispers only in those regions now? Looks like it, doesn't it? So you just hit level 60, okay? You just get your first head, and you're wanting to do your first occult gem. What's a good occult gem for the build if you don't want to have, if you don't understand everything? You're just following along with the build because you're logging in for your 30 minutes after work and you're just brain dead following because you just want to shoot things. You don't have all the materials, you don't have the 12 heads or whatever it is needed to make a legendary gem. So what's the right common gem to put in for your build? The guide doesn't tell you. So you can pick one at random and hope. Or you go somewhere else to look it up and hope that someone else has provided that information. Except the occult gems give you the extra resistance and armor in a socket. So really useful to have. I don't think I'm going to push for a legendary one for a long time because the heads are too rare. Like, I'm what, 40 hours in and I've seen one? I'm going to complete the skeletons and not be able to complete guard, aren't I? Yeah, I am. it's just a personal taste thing, but as Keith and Eric and everyone know from my puzzle channel, I like to be inclusive. I like to make sure that what I'm doing caters to as many people as possible.
Away, you fiend! Thank you, stranger.
So this means making the content I'm doing work for people who are experienced at puzzles, and also making it possible that people who aren't experienced at puzzles can follow along. Now, I could drop a lot of my explanation and make it that the content I'm doing is only good for people who are experienced at puzzles, and it would make my content even more niche. But I hate what I was doing. Yeah, I agree. Making the season content that hard to get, I think, is really dumb. Particularly considering you need to get gems in order to make the better gems in order to make the better gems. So you need to make blue to make yellow, and then you need to make multiple blues and multiple blues to make the yellow, and then you need to make multiple blues and a yellow to make the legendaries. It's like, I had all of the recipes before I even saw my first head. So to make a legendary uses 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 heads. Probably just want to move on to a new location, I think. Yeah, I do. I'm having fun. The reason I'm critical is I want things to be better. People don't... This is another thing a lot of people don't realize, is criticism is wanting things to be improved.
There's that.
Very good. Thank you. Come back and see us.
The four, don't ruin all that work.
A fine deal.
So, I have over 1,000 now. So I can come up here
I've been busy.
and I can craft the Elder Sigil. Agility, Corpse, Mastery, Weapon Mastery, Wrath, and Potency. Oh, wait a minute. Core Marksman... Maybe not. I don't know.
Come, what have you brought?
Let's just go for that one then. Why don't I have a gem there? Because I screwed up? So that now has 160 armor and 8 resistance and power's a bit more potent. So there we go. Okay. I can do some in 14 minutes, I think. If I don't go the wrong way. So I might try. Do I want to try it? Wow, okay. I'm kind of liking the brain dead right now.
exhausting.
Not every day. Sometimes I explore the galaxy or solve puzzles. Both as badly as I do this. I can't remember what I took. It would take next.
It is done.
Do 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 do.
It is done.
Rings will do. Do do do. Ooh, there was a sir ring here. Hello, sir. I like the amount of materials we're getting this season. Like, it may be over the top, but it's good over the top. And I ran out of time. Do 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 do. Ran out of time to do the thing that I was doing because I ran out of time. That was a mistake. Doesn't matter.
Very good. Thank you. A fine deal.
More loyal friends you'll not find.
I need to remember what I'm using. I don't have a list. So let's make a list. Might. Expectant. Frost. Bitten. Concussive strikes. Repeating. Retribution. And cold clip. Okay. And let's then do a sort on that. Okay.
There's that.
Bless and thank you.
I do like the buffs to whispering chests. They're now meaningful. After several seasons of them being almost completely pointless.
It is done. Over here.
No, I'm not going for that one. I'm just going to stay here. Ancient two-handed weapons. That was a good one to get. It would be very nice for that to contain a bow upgrade. Is it gonna? No. No, it's not. Nope, didn't make it in. I really need to make a D4 journal so I can...
It is done.
plan my character names. Because I keep looking on and going, oh, that's right, I need to name the character. I have to admit, I really like doing whispers this way. I think they're great. Going back to the old method of doing whispers is really gonna suck, but That would have been a terrible pun. Although calling her gin would have been appropriate, though I'm not drinking any. There was another head there. There is way so much going on screen. Sometimes I just need to check out.
I can break that down.
Bless and thank you.
Glad to know it.
It is done.
Here we go again. Okay, I've got a few. Hand-ins to do after this. Hand-ins. Must do hand-ins even if I lose some potions. So. Smiting, I do not think was one of them. It was not.
The forge is always hot.
Repeating was, but that's not as good as the repeating I've got. You can go. Minimum, minimum. Close to minimum, close to minimum. Goodbye.
Bless and thank you. A fine deal.
Okay, so step 1. Step 2. The Ked Bardu. Step 2 is Ked Bardu. Ked Bardu, is that for you? I don't know what I am doing, but I have to remember to go to the den. Nope, I don't have enough. Okay, so here we go. Because
You don't talk.
while I'm pretty sure
The hunter.
I have this guy right. Yeah, this is fine.
Much to say.
What I want to have is, instead of Elderkin, I want to have Variana.
We need others to stand with us.
And Variana doesn't yet have the ability I want her to have. The one I want her to have crushes the ground, leaving tremor. So now I'm getting closer. Let's see how bad this is going to be. I should be leveling glyphs. I logged on to this session saying, I'm going to level glyphs. I leveled approximately 1 glyph. My pet can't keep up. See, this is the problem. You get stun locked. Once you get stun locked and there's chaining damage, that's it. It's a sick room.
It is done.
There's definitely been a difficulty ramp up, which is good because that's what you want.
I will not fall.
I'm really enjoying this season. This might be one of their best seasons to date. There's a couple of things about it I think could be better, but overall, I like the theme. I like the mechanisms.
I am in your dead, stranger.
Oh. Whew. Another head. Starting to get there. Starting to get there. Whew.
A fine deal. May the light keep you.
It is done.
Feast, lamb, feast.
Okay, so I've got my mercenary set up now. Got to find my Paragon board again.
Bless and thank you. Come back and see us.
So, axe. That one's kind of cool. More platinum. More platinum. Nice dagger. Ooh, I do like that dagger. Got that. Don't need to jump. Player title, Swamp Psychic. Grand High Witch sandals. Nice shield. More platinum. Trophy. More platinum. And I'm on the way to getting this. Hidden through the journey quite quickly now. So, do I want to try that? Actually, what I should probably do is those pit runs. Well, Felinae's stream has to be more interesting. There was something in there I was supposed to get out of. Don't know what. Completely can't see a thing. I'm way more powerful than I was when I did this run the last time. I've done this difficulty before. Like 50 levels ago. Well, you can turn mine down. I mean, I'm playing a louder game, but you can always balance the volume by just turning one of them down lower. I do. I'm just really happy that the internet that Fel and I have is capable of doing 2 streams at once. Here we go. Pyrenado has been unlocked. Now I need to run a whole heap of blue regions. That's all of the altars done. This has been a good session for finding stuff.
Quite the challenge.
Needing to backtrack during a pit is a little annoying, but so these are still pretty low, or some of them are, but I'm getting them up to so I have upgrade paths. I need a lot more blue because this needs to be upgraded.
Very good. Thank you.
Rare to have something so fine.
Why did Woody? Got one head, yes. Okay, so let's just go out and kill things because I want to get blue. I just want to get a lot of blue. Yes, welcome back, Ignition. Why aren't you watching No Man's Sky? So yeah. Okay, so Smouldering Ash unlocked, so I just want to go over here for a second. I want that one. And that one. Okay. Hell, I'd be I wouldn't be. No, be loyal to your main game. Man, I'm happy these Maxwell guides. I mean, I know I was ragging on them, but I'm happy these Maxwell guides exist, and I love the effort that these guys put in. I think they could be better is all. And, you know, they provide a lot of feedback saying Blizzard could do things better. I'm providing feedback saying I think they could do things better. That's what's going on here. Purge the rot done, but I want to do guard. You gotta remember, I'm an asshole. And frequently wrong. My opinions on the games, for example, are based on a very limited perspective. An older gamer with disabilities, so doesn't play the same hardcore perspective as a lot of people seem to consider default. And I want gaming to be more inclusive. What? Oh. I've got to avoid all these one-shot effects that I just cannot see.
It is done.
Okay.
Over here! Help!
What is going on? I cannot see what is killing me. There is a difference between gatekeeping and building inherent biases into something. And I'm bad at expressing what those differences are.
It is done. You can still use these.
A fine deal.
Frostbitten. That's what I'm using. I am.
Well, let's have a look.
Very good. Thank you.
There's something I just need to quickly check here. Okay, it's just something on Skunkworks. So I'm hoping Felinae's been having a good session. It's funny that she's completed a quest that I haven't on either of my saves. I think that's really cool.
I will not fall.
Come on, guard, you can come up here. There's heaps of mobs. Guess not. You're just going to keep walking away, aren't you?
I will not. I will not come back.
The one where you get the ship from underwater with the Nautilin, or you get the Nautilin quest, and then you have to build bases or something around it. I've done the Nautilin quest on my second save, but not my main save, and then I've never taken it any further. Whereas she's been pushing on with that one. On Stranger Tides, maybe? Oh, crap. How is it they had conduit pylons so right in Diablo 3 and so wrong in Diablo 4? That may have been a mistake. I am getting tired. It's nearly 1 o'clock in the morning.
It is done.
Yeah, have a good one, Ignition. You absolutely should get some sleep. Or rest at least. I should get some sleep. It's nearly 1 o'clock in the morning. And after this, I'm going to be so wired, it's going to take me an hour to get to sleep anyway. What am I doing with my life? Ooh, this stuff doesn't happen fast enough, does it? Oh, wow. So now the problem I'm having is getting enough of the currency that drops all the way through here. The rot. Restless rot. That's what I'm having trouble getting enough of now. I got another head? What the heck? Is the rule don't run with a potion? I don't know anything about teas.
How can I help? I can break that down. Don't ruin all that work.
Bless and thank you.
I've really been enjoying this. Much more than I thought I would, honestly. No, I think I need to put the next points into that, get that to 5. Oh, 5 is the maximum for that. So that would max that out. Oh, okay. I didn't realize I was that close. Ah. I thought I was like ages away from maxing that out. Okay. I thought it was like, oh, this is going to take me forever, but it's not going to take me forever. It's going to take me a while, but it's not going to take me forever.
Bless and thank you.
So there's a lot more different content I need to run. Oh, good God, these are full again. This is just a problem.
Don't dally. Hand it over. Good business and fortune to you.
Yeah,
Don't be a
just
stranger.
garbage.
Come back soon.
So collect fugitive heads. I've now had 6. Does that mean I've got 5 in my bags? It does. Holy cow. I got 5. So I got none forever, and then I got... Okay, whatever. Whatever. Once I get this... everything is good. I probably didn't need to take the others this high, but I've done it now. Okay. So that's been 3.5 hours, which was way more than I expected because it's now 1 a.m. So I think it's time for me to go to bed. Thank you everyone for watching. This has been insanely weird fun. I didn't mean to insult anyone, and I hope that Mr. Mark didn't get too offended. But I'm me. Getting up to 178. I'm never going to get to the 255 I got with Jenny because I'm not going to play as much as I did with Jenny. I can't imagine. I don't know. I don't know what my end goal is to finish the season journey and get all the way to 90 and stuff. I don't know what my end goal is on this one. Once I've completed the season journey and I've done the all 90 levels, which I'll do by the time I complete the season journey, probably it'd be nice to sort of complete the character and then just see, but I don't know. We'll see how it all goes. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for watching, and as always, good luck finding your paradise planet. Bye all.